Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Let's do a review on House of Dior. And this is a flanker from the very popular Dior Homme line, perhaps one of the most slept on fragrances in the whole community. This fragrance is so good, but hardly anybody talks about it. I think maybe there are reasons that this fragrance is not widely available, one thing. Second thing is maybe the time has gone past, but it remained like a sad thing that this fragrance didn't get enough talk. So here I am. I really searched for this fragrance a long time. I couldn't find the full bottle yet, but I will be buying it soon. Actually, ordered it, but I got to manage a small miniature, which is Dior Homme Eau. Okay, so this fragrance will be reviewed today by me. All right. So first of all, my scent of the night is another brother from this line, that is Dior Homme Parfum. I was just watching Sebastian Zara's review. He said this is getting extremely hard to find, so immediately I felt like craving for it. Yeah, this fragrance is so good. I do not know what's wrong with the world. Great fragrances get discontinued, hard to find, and you know, perhaps it didn't do the business that Dior intended it for. Perhaps Dior Intense sold a lot more. But this fragrance, I actually do agree, this is pure quality. This is niche quality juice, but it's not for everybody. That's very strong, like a beast mode fragrance. This is the strongest of the line. So let's review Dior Homme Eau. So Dior Homme Eau, basically, it's again flanker from Dior Homme. I do not own Dior Homme. Dior Homme is I reviewed by borrowing from my brother-in-law. I talked about the whole lineup a few days back. Dior Homme, whole Dior house actually. So Dior have their own lines, like they have Fahrenheit, you guys know. Then Sauvage, now this Dior Homme. They have also energy, higher energy. I think Dior higher energy, Dune. They have Jewels. They have a lot of other fragrances, but Dior Homme is actually the one that is really popular in last 1 decade or so. So Dior Homme Eau, the presentation is exactly the same in this miniature. They just comes in bigger bottle like the one I showed you just now, just like this bottle shapes, okay? And the bottle coloration will be just like the one in the miniature. So they come in, I think, 50 and 100 ml, and I don't know if this 150 ml, but here you go. This is how the box will look, exactly like this. If you buy a bigger box, it's pretty cute how they made it. It's just exact miniature. And it doesn't have a sprayer, but it has like sort of like a stick, which is very cool. There are these lines here, Dior Homme Eau, and this is a 10 ml sample, okay? And some more information here. I really like this box. It's so cute. The bottle is also even cuter. This is the bottle, exact same miniature. It even looks like there's a sprayer down there, but it's not. It's just like a dab stick, and it's kind of juice color is I don't know if it's kind of like a little bit grayish, like the new Dolce & Gabbana one, gray, something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is very solid. Even the small bottle has solid glass. Beautiful bottles, classy bottles. If you buy these bottles, you'll get CD up top, bottom you'll get your sticker and whatnot. Very beautiful. So Dior prices are kind of on the higher side. I think this is for the 100 ml of this, you're gonna have to pay like perhaps 75 to $85. Okay, 100 ml. 50 ml perhaps would be like $55 to $65. Just rough estimate. Okay, so usually when you have these bottles, they're gonna cap will be like this, and sprayer will be excellent like this sprayers. Okay, it will have CD in there. But this one is a little bit different, so it opens up like this. So even if you buy a small miniature, don't try to pull it off, you might break it. So you just twist it, and then that's how that opens. Okay, so let me put a little bit because I made a mistake by putting my Dior Homme Parfum here. Let me put it here, my hand, this side, and I will talk about it. I wore it quite a few days. Okay, and I actually am not a very big fan of dab on sample or sticks, but sticks are better than dab on. I like sprayers especially. Okay, so here it's a little bit drying down here. So this fragrance basically is Dior's interpretation of something that's something you can pull off in the summers or springtime. I think this is more spring appropriate. It's a clean, fresh, sort of like a what do you call, there's iris in this, iris note in this. So iris is actually a signature of Dior Homme. If you know the lipsticky vibe that Dior Homme Intense gives you, this one maintains the iris. Iris was used also in one of the formulation of Dior Homme Sport. So Dior Homme Sport actually now the iris note is very toned down. Sorry, but they actually do maintain a little bit of that classy feel in the whole lineup. But Dior Homme Cologne, that doesn't have the iris. That has more lemon, citrus, tart citrus. So this one, it's a very classy fragrance. First of all, let me tell you, it's just wow. It's beautiful and easily to my nose. I think right from the beginning, what I really get is it could be unisex easily. I mean, like female users can reach for it very easily. It's very comforting and very soft and very aromatic kind of a scent. Okay, but it's not loud fragrance. First time you spray it, I think you'll be greeted with beautiful florals and the iris, and kind of like it's like watery, it's almost like a aquatic, but it's not quite an aquatic. Okay, so it's kind of like a floral fragrance which is soft, clean, fresh. Okay, and when you talk about soft, clean and fresh, another fragrance comes to your mind very quickly. That is Prada L'Homme, right? I'll compare these two in a bit. So Prada L'Homme is very close to it, but there are some subtle differences, and I believe this fragrance has a big fan, that is James from J Royal channel. He's the first one I see like kind of hyping it up and said how good this is, how much he loves it. And I do agree that people need to look at it, because this fragrance is like lying there. No one really talks about it. Some people, I believe no one even knows about this fragrance, that it exists. It's so good. It's so good. I mean, if you smell it, it's just a little bit peppery. It has a little bit peppery kick up top. It's maybe white pepper or something. It's not nose burning pepper, but it has kind of like a slight bit of pepperiness, which gives it the kind of kick. Okay, so I think this is not citrus up top. Maybe perhaps a little bit of citrus, just hint. Okay, on the opening, but it goes very fast to that Irish, Irish, iris zone. It becomes kind of flowery, kind of like touch powdery, touch, not so much, just touch, and it remains like kind of like a drop of water. Like so the Dior Homme Eau, right? O means water. Ooh, oh. This kind of has that watery iris effect on me. So I really like it. It does last a long time on me. I mean, not as long as Dior Homme Intense or Dior Homme Parfum, but not as poor as Dior Homme, the original one. This lasts longer than Dior Homme original one on me. Okay, this one gives me like longevity of at least I can detect it until 5th or 6th hour in Bangladesh. Okay, so it's kind of like 5 to 6 hours somewhere in the middle, and that's pretty much from small samples. If you have a bigger bottle, if you spray liberally, like 4 to 5 spray, I think to last good half day, at least 8 hours or 10 hours, I guess. But it doesn't project quite so much. That's what I noticed. So this is actually built in that classy way. If fragrance is not like reach out at you like an animalic manner, I think I like that way of projection. So this one does it for me. So it's very classy. It makes it very classy. I think you can wear a tuxedo with this in the daytime. If you plan to go to a wedding, you'll smell different and fresh from everyone. You pass by someone, people get whiffs of your fragrance, but not too much, just a tad bit, and they will smell plus, right? So yes, Dior Homme Eau, actually it's full bottle worthy for me. I'm getting that. I ordered it, means it's on the way. I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but I think I highly recommend this. Dior's quality is written all over it, and that iris, lovely. So now let me compare a little bit with that. I don't want to do a separate video. Let's just talk about Prada L'Homme in this video. So you will often notice people talk about this, how close they are. Like if you go Fragrantica, they will say Prada L'Homme is closest to Prada L'Homme Intense, but next one would be Dior Homme Eau. So let's spray a little bit. Prada L'Homme, I just got the full bottle I think yesterday, but this actually was not in my buy list. I just want to complete my collection, and I like it a lot. I mean, it's easy to use. It's a dumb rich kind of fragrance. Okay, so always give a little bit air, because you don't want to smell if there's alcohol up top, you don't want to smell that. I'm pretty sure Prada doesn't have that. So Prada is a little bit more brighter. Okay, this is what I noticed. Like the Prada one, even though it's a video of Dior, but I'm telling you, compared to the Dior, it's this one has a little bit more. I think the main difference between two is the neroli they used here. There's neroli like the freshness of neroli, you can detect it. It's kind of citrusy. It's a little bit more citrus than the Dior. Okay, and right away you can detect that this iris is popping up as well. It's also watery. It's kind of like this juice color. That's how this smells. Like clean, fresh, kind of like a laundry, fresh laundry. I talked about it yesterday in the fragrance, the Prada House Talk. It's really lovely. It's also very long lasting. I mean, like it doesn't really project all that much. Okay, just like the Dior Homme Eau, but it does last quite a bit. I get 6 hours, 7 hours. So on me, I think I don't know if it's the small bottle of Dior, but Prada L'Homme lasts a little bit longer than Dior. Okay, performance is good compared to like their what they are going for, I think it's pretty good. Many other fragrances in this category doesn't last all that long. So I think they're either way you can go, you cannot go wrong. They're pretty nice. They have their specialty. I think this is a little bit more formal than the Prada L'Homme. Prada L'Homme is great office work, office scent, no doubt, but it's a bit more versatile than this. I mean, Dior Homme Eau, maybe that iris pops up a little bit more. If you smell it for the first time, I think most of the people pick up Prada first, but this is more quality. It smells like a little bit more up class, okay, the Dior one. Not because of the brand or anything, it's just the composition by nature. So both of them are great. Both of them are beautiful scents. If you're looking for office work scent, going out a party, but you don't want to project so much, both of them I suggest highly. But this one, Dior's, check out Dior Homme Eau. If you try to get a sample, get it. You may be surprised by this fragrance. It's beautiful. It's just stunning juice, right? So that's Dior Homme Eau. Overall, this one I'm gonna give it like 8.5 out of 10. This is not perhaps my most favorite Dior Homme. Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum, and Dior Homme Cologne probably are ahead of this, but this is definitely one of the great fragrances that needs to be talked about, especially when there are a lot of trash fragrances are getting a lot of hype for 2 days and then going away. This fragrance shouldn't go away from the market, shouldn't go away from the fragrance scene, right? Dior Homme Eau, 8.5 out of 10 for me. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a very nice day. Bye bye.